Let's begin. It's good to be here. Yeah. Alrighty. So today's session, a blend. I'm going to sit a moment. I'm hoping a blend of strength and flexibility, hip joints, lots of hip joints. Okay, so start out like you make a circle in one direction, and then you circle the other way, back and forth. Circle and circle. Now, if you can, you go just a little deeper. You go back a little more, forward, back a little more, and forward. And then we'll reverse the leg crossing. Reversing leg crossing, good. And same thing, circle and circle. Little did Don know he was going to spur a conversation about coffee. Circle and circle. Just a few more here. Good, and then releasing. Good work. So from here, a twist. So you can also take one arm up before you twist and then look to the wall behind you. Deep breath in and really activate your back and get right into your spine. And then other direction, hand across knee, long spine, and turn. Good. And then release. So let's take the legs wide, and we'll do some side bending here. So we'll go wide. And if you prefer with the side bend, if this is just too hard, if you're still feeling really tight, you can keep your legs crossed and do a side bend that way. So you're going to reach one arm. We'll do both arms. You're going to reach up and over. And it might be that if your lower hand doesn't reach the foot, you're using a strap or using your hand to foot, nice side bend. You're going to come up, turn towards the leg you just stretched towards, and look at your kneecap should be pointing up, and then you come forward. So the tendency might be to round. It's like you're moving forward. Still inner thigh stretch, but also hamstring stretch. If you could reach your foot, you could do with a strap as well. Some bring head to knee, but I would say, let's try to keep the back extended. And then a twist. So my left hand is, you could still hold the foot or hold the shin bone. Right hand on your low back, but it's important that your spine is not rounded. You can be pitched forward but straight. And then turn and look to your right. If you're going to your right leg, you look to the right. And then come up. And the second side. So we'll do a side bend first, reaching up and over. And so you can see it's a side stretch, lateral stretch, but a lot of some shoulder opening here. And deep breath in. And exhale. And then we'll come up and turn. So you're looking at your left knee. Your left knee is pointing up, left ankle is flexed. So twist and then come forward. So you're reaching there for your shin bone, for the floor, or for your foot. And stretching. And then a twist. So again, I want, instead of back round, I don't want it straightened. And maybe you can still reach and twist. Maybe your hand is towards your knee and you're twisting somewhere more upright and twisting. Where do you have to be to have your back more extended? And breathe. And release. Good work. Let's bring the legs closer in and just shake them out. Shake them out, shake them out. Yep, shake them out. We'll come onto our backs, and as we come onto our backs, let's have a block handy for your back. Some pelvic tilts, so your knees are grasping the block, and it's like I can hold and not grip. So I'm holding, not gripping. But as I exhale, then I want to grip. I'm pressing knees into the block as if my legs are a nutcracker trying to open up a walnut. Your low back pressing down into the mat, and the pelvic floor muscles tighten. Can you do this while not tightening shoulders and neck, and your face is relaxed? And then inhale, let that go. Now, go ahead and do it again. All those, the big checklist, squeeze in, pelvic floor muscles strong, back pressing into the floor, there's the pelvic tilt. But obviously, you're not holding your breath. You can hold this pose and still breathe. I'm doing it, and I'm talking, and I'm breathing. So that's what I want you to do, and then release. So maybe that's where you need to work. Many of you are strong, you could bring your legs up. Don't let your legs hang, bring your legs up so you have a 90-degree bend. In my case, I tend to I don't even notice I'm doing it. My knees come in, so it makes it easier. So I'm trying to keep the thighs on a vertical, squeeze into the block. If this is hard for you, bring your hands under your back and help to push yourself down, okay? So hands could be on the sides of the mat, pushing you down. So inhale, exhale, pushing down with hands perhaps, pelvis pressing down, lumbar glued to the floor, squeeze into the block. Tighten pelvic floor muscles, keep your breath going, and then release. If you don't need your hands, slip them under your head. Exhale, press, squeeze into the block. So there's always levels, and you are responsible saying, yeah, I think I'll stay with my feet down. Oh, I can do this way. And release. Now, extend your legs, squeeze into the block. On your next exhalation, lift. So you're lifting, your elbows are wide, you're lifting, and you're not pulling your neck. You're lifting upward, trying to contract the front of your body. Squeeze in, and then look at your feet. Push up through the ball of the foot. Spread your toes, and then release. Take the block away. Soles of the feet are together. Bound angle, hands onto the belly. And just take a moment here. Your back will be relaxed and arched again. Breathing in and exhale. Relax your face completely. Inhale again. Feel your belly like below navel. Feel that part expanding. And exhale. Interlace fingers. Press palms up and up overhead. So if possible, the little fingers are down. Things are in the way, move them out of the way, so your fingertips are down. And your back probably feels even more arched, okay? Don't worry about pressing your back down here. Breathing, and lower body from pelvis on down is relaxed, receptive, and the upper part of your body active, breathing in. There's no such thing as, what can I say? We have receptivity, but we don't have passive in yoga. We really don't want to be passive. Even when you're in Shavasana, you are receptive to what the moment brings. There's always, I think of passive as kind of an inaction, but there's always an action going on. And you're going to release and then pull knees right into the chest and stretch. So we have bridge, and we press up. So it's a multi-step process here. So you're pressing and pressing. and clasp hands underneath you. Now, if you prefer to have the elbows bent, that's fine. Or clasping, tuck shoulders underneath you, little fingers touching down, pelvis way up high, and feel the whole front of your body so long. Knees want to splay out, have your thighs running parallel lines, and breathe. So this does a lot. Wakes up the back postural muscles, helps correct posture, helps to stretch the front of your spine. The anterior spine really supple and helps to jumpstart the stretch of the hip flexors. And then you lower. When you lower, you're going to take your right ankle over left thigh and thread the needle. Flex your right ankle. Good. And breathe. So I want you to notice, where your legs are at, how easy of a pull, how tough is it for you, how easy is it for you. And then you're going to lift. So when you lift, you're taking your head towards your shin bone. And you might say, wow, I'm miles away, or maybe you're right there. So see how that works. Kind of give a little, a visual measurement. And then lower. Left foot is down, arms are at a T, and then you go side, side. So when you go side, side, when you go to the right, get your right thigh to touch down. When you go left, get your right foot to touch down and left outside leg touches down. Just go back and forth and feel the pressure across your sacrum and the upper part of your glutes. Yeah, back and forth. And then from here, let's thread the needle again. Let's see if there's any difference. Is there any difference when you come up? Ooh, there is for me. There's a little more ease. This is a tight area for me, so I feel like, wow, I could really reach. Okay. And then we have a twist. Left leg is straightening. Right foot is on left knee, and you draw your right knee across to the left. A lot of left, right. So stay with me. And right shoulder's down. You're turning your head to the right and breathing. If you want to go further, you can also go into the pretzel pose. Right hand, left foot. Left hand, right foot, or using a strap to extend your right leg. And there's your pretzel. So just taking a moment and breathe. Let's take another breath here. Sometimes I have a hard time choosing because I like them both. I like all of the variations. I'm like, which one do I go with? And figuring it out. Just before releasing, if you did extend your right leg for the full-on pretzel, go ahead and really flex your right ankle. Yeah. Come out, bending the knee, coming out. Good work. And let's come to happy baby before doing a whole other side. So you're holding on to your feet. You might feel a little more open on one side. Breathe in. Exhale. And it all started out with a bridge. So your feet are flat onto the floor. You can't see your feet, but you'll know if they're turned out. Make sure your feet, they feel like they're running parallel to each other. And you press up. And when you press up, you're going to clasp your hands, tuck shoulders underneath you. If you feel like you have very weak pelvic floor muscles, this would be an opportunity every time you do bridge to why not? You could have a block at your knees, squeeze into the block, and tighten pelvic floor muscles. So that would be, you would know if you're like, ooh, I should be doing that all the time. For others, just doing it from time to time is plenty, right? So breathing in, really opening up your upper back. The front of the spine open to the sky, and feel like, wow, you can go deeper. Okay? Come on out. Lower your back. Pause for a moment. And then left leg over the right thigh. Flex your left ankle. Thread the needle. Grab a hold of your knee. Some hold behind the knee. Some use a strap. Okay, so see what's possible here. And then lift. So when you lift, maybe you're like, ooh, can't go very far. Or maybe you're able to touch, see what's possible. It doesn't matter, like what matters is you're feeling the outer left hip stretch. Lower your head, right foot anchored down, arms to a T, and now your knees go side to side, side, side. So it's a wonderful stretch in so many ways. So one is, it's very gentle for the pelvis. So you're going over, right, left foot touches down, right outer thigh, and then you go to left outside leg touching down. Keep your shoulders down and feel the pressure, good pressure, across your sacrum. So this loosens because now when you come over and you thread the needle and you reach and you lift, it feels like a different story, okay? It may not be like big change, but you might feel like you went a little closer, maybe a little more ease. For me, I go closer, but there's not necessarily much more ease. This is the tighter area for me. And then you release, and you come out. Now the right leg starts to straighten. Left foot is on right knee, right hand drawing the knee across, shift, turn your head to the left, extend your left arm, and breathe. Take a moment here to enjoy the stretch, yeah? And then you might find, oh, I like this pretzel, I want this to be more of a pretzel. Left hand, right foot, right hand, left foot using a strap is fine, and you extend. And you turn your head to the left. Ideally, your left shoulder comes down, and breathe. And then we release. As you release, you come on out. And once you come out, realign, and we have happy baby once again. So it's nice to repeat also, and this is symmetrical. So you're like, any changes, any little changes, you could rock or stay center. Breath in, exhale. Okay. So we're going to do this one where, and we've done it before. I'm coming over a little on to the left side of my mat. Kind of see, and we'll break it apart and then put it together, kind of deconstruct. That must be like my trademark: deconstruct and then do. Okay, so your right hand is down, and you're going to press up, and you're just using your arm, and the left arm is reaching to the right, and then you're going to come down. So I'm not reaching straight up. I'm taking a breath in, exhale, press up. So it might be that it's really smooth for you. It might be like a little bit of a jerk. Okay, let's do one more. Press up. For me, it's not so smooth. I'm trying to make it look smooth. I'm trying to dupe you into thinking I can do it smoothly. Okay, now the right leg's going to come up. So take a breath in, exhale, and lift. And it's not about touching, but you're going to go past the leg and come down. It's yoga. We're not going to do a lot. Let's do 2 more. Okay, breathe in. Exhale, lift. And lower. Take your arm up overhead. Breathe in. Last one. Exhale, lift. And lower. Come back to center. Interlace fingers. Press palms up overhead. All right. So again, I'm going to come over to the right side of my mat. That way my left hand can be on the sticky mat. And we'll practice 3 times. So just the arm. Arm is up. Breathe in. Exhale, lift, and come up. and over. I hope you're better at this than I am. So breathe in, exhale, lift, and come back. It just takes practice. Exhale, lift, engage your core. You push your left arm into the mat to help you up, and come back to center. So now the left leg and the right arm are going to they're going to cross paths. Breathe in, exhale, lift, and back. Exhale, lift. Finish that exhalation and come back. Last one. Breathe in. Exhale, lift. Good. And lower. And then once you're in the center, extend, reach your arms up overhead. Happy days, you're done with that. And then pull knees right into chest. So the best way to make your way up is to, you can try that. You hold behind the knee and you roll on up. Okay. So let's come to child's pose. And hands are forward, head down, stretching into your back. I do have, you'll see when we do come to standing, you'll see a pattern emerging. So as you're here, we'll do one of my favorite back stretches. I hope it works for you. So you're on the hands and knees, and you bring your right foot partway forward. So it's not all the way up to the hand. And your foot might be off the mat, depending on how long-legged you are. I'm not so long. I'm like 5'3". So my heel is on the mat and my foot out. But if you're really long-legged, it might be that your foot's off the mat. And you shift your pelvis back. It's not about sitting all the way back. It's not about getting your head down, just shifting back. And then keep that shifting back, and then walk your hands to the left. And stretch. You're going to feel a stretch to your outside right shoulder, your outside right rib cage, and your lower back. So it's like you're creating space in your lumbar. This is a place that tends to get very compressed. So now it's being stretched. Eyes are open. Breathing in. Exhale. Ideally, you're looking under the right leg, and you can see a 90-degree bend at your right knee. And then come back to center, and we'll do the other side. I do love that one. Left foot. And someone asked me the other day, what's it called? And I was like, I don't know. The low back stretch that I like. That's what it's called. You're going to shift back. I've never learned the name of it. Walk your hands forward. We could call it tiger play, or I don't know, we can make it up. Take your sits bones back, and then walk your hands off the mat to the right, and drop your head down, and breathe. Deep breath in, exhale. So this is also great for relief or prevention of sciatica, as you're really releasing, creating space here in the low back and around the piriformis muscle, so you're back to center. Okay, so let's start out this little sequence here with cat-cow. So, and again, it goes many places, so we'll just see where it goes. You lift, you arch. We know where it goes. I know where it goes, but you're going to listen to your body as well and see which ones work for you. Round your back. Tuck your belly in. Inhale. Arch. Next time you round your back, take your right knee to forehead. And right knee starts to come up. And lift your leg up high. A knee in. And knee comes up. And again, knee in. And knee comes up. So you might have to keep doing that unless you can take left hand, right foot, kick the leg back, look straight ahead of you. Tiger, arching your spine. Breathe in. Exhale. And then we're all back onto tabletop. the left hand is going to go underneath the other, so you're threading the needle, another threading the needle, pelvis is straight up in the air. So you can drop your left shoulder down, twist, and look up towards the ceiling. Deep breath in, and exhale. You're working the pose as you're here. I'm not just hanging out, but really working, getting my left shoulder down, pressing right hand into the mat, and it's like I'm trying to roll back towards my shoulders. And then you come up. And you extend your right leg. So it's locked gait. I'll come around. You can see, locked gait. And you'll take, that's my right leg extending, left arm up into the air. Right hand is sliding down the shin bone. And stretch into your side ribs. Left hand comes down, and the right hand sweeps up. Reach the arm up, and reach the arm back. Turning, reaching with your fingertips. Deep breath in, and exhale. Come on out. And let's go ahead and come back to child's pose for a moment. Just take a moment. As you press into child's pose, lower your head, stretch your low back. I think a really important stretch, I'm going to explain why, curling toes under. And you come up. You know, I've been known to say turling toes under. I've said that a number, not while I've been doing online yoga. It's usually in class. I get ahead of myself, but you know, when I'm in person. But here we are. I'm doing it right. So, for some, that's it, and others, it's just hard to compress in your knees. But a block helps. There's no compression, and then others can sit. And I'm going to tell you a story about this. Full disclosure, I used to love doing this. This felt good. In fact, I didn't even really know why we did it. It just didn't feel like anything. And then I stopped doing it because I wasn't getting anything out of it. I just do it occasionally when I teach. But recently, I noticed it's intense. So my feet are not bending that way as much as they used to. So I'm incorporating it again. So I think the feet tend to stiffen up if you're not constantly working at stretching them. So this is really important because you'll see it. I see it in elders. Like in our elders, they don't move their foot very much, and that makes for shuffling, that makes for tripping, that makes for falling. So we need, for balance, we need feet that move. So this is really important. And then release. All right. So, all right, I was like, where was I? Let's do cat-cow. Rounding. So now I'm thinking about the feet, right? And arch. So since I've discovered that, and I've been doing it every day, and the flexibility is coming back, thank goodness. Arch. And round. And the tightness could be, for all of us, the tightness could be just like shoes you wear or the activities you do. I've been walking a lot more, and so what is causing that stiffness, whatever it is, be it age or activity or whatever it is, shoes. Stretch your feet. Okay, now next time you round, take your left knee to forehead, and knee comes up. Reach up, use your glutes, and then pull in. And knee comes up. Extend. Knee in, third time, and knee up, and then it's up to you. Maybe you can reach right hand, left foot. And I really try to reach for the ankle, kicking the leg back, arching into the spine, and breathe. Wonderful. Okay. And then from here, your right hand slips underneath the left, threading the needle. Right shoulder down, pelvis up into the air. Yep. Stretching, looking upward. Deep breath in between shoulder blades. And I'm working the pose. I'm not just hanging out. I'm using my left hand to push. Some like to extend the arm. And it's like I'm trying to roll back towards the wall behind me without falling. Come on out. And then from here, left leg extending, locked gait. So I'll turn. It's going to be right here. Extending, right arm is up. Inhale. Exhale, side bend, locked gait, and maybe your hand is at your knee. The eventual goal is hand to foot, but I don't want to make myself come forward. I want this to be a pure side bend and breathe. It might just be your heel down. It might be that you can extend your foot all the way down. Wonderful. Come out. Right hand is down. Left hand sweeps up. Reach up high. And the arm sweeps back. Without sinking, without just letting the arm, you want to be light on your lower arm or lower shoulder, and reach with your left arm. Your whole spine moving. Good. And release. And let's come back to child's pose, stretching it out. Hands are down, head down. Oh, yes, let's curl, toes under. So again, I know you might have to sit, all the different ways I showed you, and be brave. If you can, interlace fingers, press palms up, and breathe. Good. Downward facing dog, pressing on back. Take a moment here to pedal. Bend one knee, press the opposite heel down. Yeah. And this is just so wonderful. There's a study done. Unfortunately, the person who sent it to me, it was a great study, but I just couldn't find the actual source to it, but I like to find the source. But anyway, and it is about these studies being done that regular stretching, and they said 3 to 4 times a week, regular stretching, yoga, stretching, held, nice poses, helped. They did 2 studies, the people who didn't do the yoga and those. Anyways, and they said it helped with blood pressure, so helped to lower or regulate blood pressure, which is just amazing. So just these beautiful stretches. So let's come to upward facing dog. Your hands might move forward there. You're in plank. Some of you are going to hold plank. You do side plank instead if you want, or upward facing dog. And look, send your heart center forward. Breathe in. Exhale. Oh, stretch the front of your body. Knees might come up. Amen. All the way back. This time we're going to separate the feet. Walk your hands back to your feet. You're in a forward fold. Hands to elbows. Weight is off your wrists. And take a moment to breathe. You can have your knees soft. Mm-hmm. And then just slowly, you can have your hands on your thighs if you want, just ever so slowly. You make your way up, eyes are open, and you sweep the arms up. It's the first of the standing, right? We've been at our yoga practice for a while, and now we're like finally at the standing pose. And what does it feel like to come to mountain? Just pause for a moment in mountain, breathing in. Exhale. Once again, breath in and exhale. Beautiful. So strong, flexible, and balance. So I could say we're going to work on strength, flexibility, and balance, okay? And in that pattern emerges. So let's do strength here. Coming to warrior one. Right foot reaches back. Heel up is one thing, heel down another. I just don't want the pelvis open. So I will start with my heel up and then bring the heel down. Nice and strong through the left leg. And taking the arms up, extend, reach, and breathe. Take the hands by your sides or even higher up, and then you're moving your way forward. So you want to have knee and ankle in alignment. Yes, you're weight bearing. I'm not sinking. I'm just coming at an angle. From my back heel all the way to the crown of the head, a line, a nice line. So depends on you. You might say, whoo, this is plenty for me. Or right hand by right ear and extend your right arm forward. And then reverse. Right arm back, left arm by left ear, and extend forward. Both hands by the ears and extend forward. Straighten the leg. And we have a twist. So the twist could be easy hand down, right hand down, left arm up, or prayer balance. You can start with knee down if you like. Elbow cross knee, back leg coming up, and twist, stretching your outer hip again. Breathing in. Exhale. Come out, step forward. Your right foot comes forward. I'll face you. The leg that was back, right leg, comes up into tree. I call it Kickstand Tree. It's a new breed, a new species of tree. Or you're bringing your leg up. And hands are to heart center. Focus. And be a beautiful tree. They give and give. The giving tree. They give oxygen. They help break nutrients down with their roots. They give of their sugars and food to other trees. Oh, they exude complicated, complex chemicals that fight cancer in humans. Yeah, being in the forest is healing. Bring your hands to heart and release. And come right to a squat. Drop down and breathe. Second side, we press. Let's come to a forward fold first. Stretch out your legs. Relax your neck. Take your hands to the sides of your head. Gently pull down. And then hands onto the thighs. Come on up. Feet closer in together. Sweep the arms up. Palms touch. Hands to heart. Second side. Left leg steps back. Again, heel up, that's one way, but heel down. I think heel down is tougher to keep the pelvis squared, but that's like I like that because I like challenge. Also, it's more the classical pose. The hands come up. Now, we tend to separate the hands, but classical, the palms are together. And you would look up your thumbs and breathe. Redefine the 90-degree bend in your right knee. Lower. Now you're going to take your hands to your sides, a little higher than pelvis. Come forward. Make sure your knee and ankle are aligned. Take one arm to ear and extend. Reverse. Other arm to ear and extend. Yes, it's a weight bearing. It's hip bearing. You're making strong hip bones. Extend both arms. Breathe. Inhale. Good work. Bring your left hand down, and it's a twist. Any way you want to work, okay? You can do prayer balance as well. Do what you did on the first side. Let's come out, step forward, and come up to standing. It's the left leg that was back. It comes forward, and it's going to come to tree. So what I'm hoping also that we see is that in order to balance, we need strength and we need flexibility. You need both in equal measure. Most of us don't come into yoga with strength and flexibility in equal measure. We either come in super strong, i.e. tight, or super limber, i.e. Gumby, okay? And we want both. We want both. We want to be strong and flexible. Long, strong muscle fibers, muscle spindles. Yeah. Breathe in. Exhale. Is it raining out? This tree is waiting for the rain. Here in Seattle, it's wet. Or it's overcast, I should say. And then release. Good work. And let's come to a squat. Again, you can go wide squat if you prefer, or you can modify or come all the way down. Mm-hmm. I'm picking and choosing now. I have lots of these. Strong flexibility. And let's see. Okay, I know what I'm going to do. All right. So let's go to Warrior 2. And let's do this. If you have 2 blocks, grab your 2 blocks, okay? Hold them. Your hands are underneath. You're holding 2 plates, okay? You're going to go wide, bend your left knee. Well, I got to say, they're plates of pizza, okay? Oh. There you go. And you're going to extend them. And they're imagine that they're kind of heavy, okay? So you're extending your plates of pizza, one lower than the other. And kind of superhuman here, extending and bend and look past your left hand. And breathe. Well, what kind of pizza is it? Oh, it looks like a fungi. It's got mushrooms. And breathe. Uh-huh. And then you're going to look at the other one. Okay, what kind is it? Oh, it's a quattro stagioni. It's the 4 seasons pizza with the 4 kinds of cheese. Yeah. There you go. You got to make this fun, okay, because it's work. And breathe. And then release. And hold those blocks because you're coming to a stretch, which is pyramid. And what I'm doing is I'm going to walk my back foot a little closer in, straighten the left. If you want to come into it differently, more classically, hands, you'd come into it from standing. Or maybe you're like, oh, I don't really need the blocks. You can put the pizzas to the side and bring your hands down and breathe. And lengthen. Lower your head. I bet everyone's going to order pizza tonight. Yeah, that's how that works. You're going to go to the farmer's market, buy all your ingredients, or we'll order. Okay, and then we're coming forward now. We have eagle. So right leg will come forward. Wrap. Soften the standing leg as you wrap. Take your left arm on top of the other. Breathe. And then drop your elbows down and breathing. And come up. Hands behind the back. Interlace fingers, roll shoulders back, look up, lengthen. Come to a forward fold. Soften the knees, lower your head to your knees, bring your arms as far from the back as they'll go. And it's okay if your arms go to a vertical line, that is great. That's a goal, right? When you go past, well, that's just extra flexibility, right? So go ahead and come up. And grab your plates. We'll call the blocks the plates. And you're going to come over. Okay, turn. Go wide. Hold the plates up. You're super proud of these two creations. Bend your knee. Go a little wider. Pelvis is open. Extend. Oh, imagine that these are weighty. There are 2 more pizzas. They're very weighty. And you're going to look at the one, your right hand. Ooh, it's a caprese. It's got tomato and mozzarella in it. Yeah. Extend. Breathe. Exhale. Oh, might as well look the other way. That one looks good too. I don't know what you're seeing. Let's see, I see carciofi. It's got artichokes in it. And then look past your arm and really strong. Breathe in. Exhale. And then we're going to pyramid. So when you come to pyramid, maybe you need your blocks. You're going to square your pelvis, your double track. Thank you for putting up with my weird sense of humor, okay? And then take your right leg straightens. And do you need blocks, or are you okay without? Try to extend your back and breathe. Come on up. And when you come up, it's going to be eagle. So your left foot comes forward. Bend your knees. Left leg wraps around the other. The last pose. Right arm wrapping on top of the other. Last of the standing. Breathe. Looking forward. Find a nice drishti point. And come on out. Hands are behind the back. Interlace fingers. Arch, arch. Look up. Bend the knees, drop your head down, lower your head, take your arms as far from the back as they'll go, your head as close to the knees as possible. And then come to standing and just pause for a moment in mountain, hands to heart center. Deep breath in and exhale. And we're coming to sitting. So once you come to sitting, take a moment to be comfortable. Deep breath in, exhale. It's the resonant breathing. And you're going to bring your hands, so I want you to be sitting very comfortably, right? So your hands, they're going to be like little paintbrushes. We got some artists here, you love this, right? So you're going to be, so your hands are down, shoulders are relaxed, and you're going to inhale, and it's resonant breathing, but you also think of it as painting a waterfall. Come down. And then we'll talk about the breath in a moment. It's always inhale coming up. Exhale. Oh, what colors are your waterfall? Remember, you can be wild. Your waterfall could be purple. If Tony were painting this, she would have made it purple. Or something surprising. And I did lots of resonant breathing with her. Inhale. When you exhale, count to 5. 1, 2, exhale. 3, 4, and 5. Next time you inhale, inhale to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. If you want, you go 6, 6. Inhale 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And we're just going to release the hands down, come to lying onto your back. Maybe you're going to, in your mind's eye, you'll be standing before that incredible waterfall. So be comfortable. Take a moment. In Shavasana, you don't have to manipulate your breath anymore. What we just did, that the resonant breathing is a type of pranayama. I know Don read the book by James Nestor, Breath. Many of you read it upon his recommendation, and I've talked about so much. And he talks a lot about resonant breathing. But in Shavasana, you become the observer of your breath. You're simply watching it. You don't alter it at all. Be the observer of your lungs doing their spontaneous breathing. Be the observer of your quiet mind. Be the observer of this moment. And your yoga practice is a huge part of your wellness program. The wellness that you embrace. As you're here, I would like you to still the mind, stilling the mind. Give yourself this quiet time. Feel that you're held in this space. You're cradled. I don't know, maybe cradled by the universe, held together by atmosphere, sustained by prana, life force. You're plugged into this enormous complex web of life, but the little filament that each of us are is quite simple. It's strong, it's durable, but it's one filament. Tune in, connect. And we're going to start to deepen the breathing. As you start to deepen the breath, move your hands, move your feet, and make your way to sitting. And of course, you may turn your audio on and your video